In Mexico, leaders of the so-called self-defense groups are demanding the creation of a civilian National Guard force. They say it's their response to the government's inability to protect citizens in various parts of the country. CCTV's Franc Contreras reports from Mexico City.
Civilian leaders of the self-defense forces and other social activists gathered in Mexico City, seeking solutions to some of their nation's most troubling issues. The leaders of Michoacan's self-defense forces are meeting in this impressive location in the Mexican capital, along with other well-known social activists, to discuss the widespread causes of social violence in Mexico. They argue that despite a heavy presence of soldiers in some parts of the country, the Mexican government is unable to protect citizens from criminal organizations. According to the Foreign Military Studies Office in the U.S., more than 36 self-defense organizations now exist across Mexico. The focal point of their growing movement is western Michoacan state, where criminal organizations commit widespread kidnappings, extortions, and murders. A spokesman for the self-defense group says many Mexicans are taking up arms, but they prefer peaceful solutions to the violence.
We spent 2 years planning to take up arms against organized crime because the government and justice were absent. We did it because of the government's failure and inability to take action.
As Mexico's war on drugs drags on, there is a growing number of complaints of human rights abuses perpetrated by the Mexican army. So the self-defense groups want a legally sanctioned and civilian-operated security force in Mexico. A former Mexican army general who broke ranks to speak out against injustices in the military has a plan to create a civilian National Guard.
The self-defense groups exist because of the power vacuum and lack of authority. Under Mexico's Constitution, citizens have the right to defend themselves. The Constitution allows for citizens to enlist in a civilian National Guard to defend themselves and the state's institutions.
So far, the federal government has not taken a position on this civilian initiative that proposes to create a Mexican National Guard. The government has enlisted hundreds of self-defense force members into a newly created rural police force in Michoacan, but security experts say they lack proper training and are unable to carry out the duties of a professional police agency. Franc Contreras, CCTV, Mexico City.